Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Let's Crack OPSC. Hope all of your preparation going well. And before I start today's discussion, I want to clarify one particular thing. Friends, one of you has made some casteist slur to one of the lady, and the comment is there in my channel. I humbly urge all of you, if you are having this kind of a casteist bias, please unsubscribe my channel. There are so many other educational channels also. You can go and you can do whatever you want to. But for my particular subscribers, I want to make it clear. If you are having any kind of a casteist mentality, please unsubscribe, dislike my videos. You can very well do that. You can leave it. Because I do not promote this kind of a casteist remark. And from that particular individual, I humbly request and ask for forgiveness. And ask for forgiveness on behalf of him. I request you to forgive me. Especially, you being a civil servant, you shouldn't be having any kind of a casteism, religion, and any kind of a ill thinking for the depressed classes. If you are having this, and women especially, you should have respect for all of this. If you really want to become a civil servant, be it OS, be it IAS or any other civil service, you supposed to be having, if you are really being a serious aspirant, you supposed to be having all these 4 qualities. If you do not have these qualities, you will be rejected in any of the stages, be it mains or in interview stage. So I humbly urge all of you, do not be casteist, do not be having this kind of a religion bias, and respect for women is the paramount importance. Respect for women is paramount importance, I am telling you. Depressed classes and political neutrality, these are the qualities. Being a good civil servant, you supposed to inculcate this kind of a qualities. And this is a lesson number 1. Why I am telling you, if you really want to crack mains, you have to be having this kind of a thinking, because the thinking that you are having, that is going to be reflected in your mains answer. Not only that, it will reflect in your answers in interview stage. So I humbly urge all of you, if you are having any kind of this kind of a thinking which I told you, political neutrality is also important. You may be having some political opinion, but that being a civil servant, you can exercise your right to vote in the time of election. But it shouldn't reflect in your decisions as well as in your talking also, because you can be harassed for that. So that was the thing. I hope I have made myself clear. I will not allow my particular channel to vent your anger or casteism in this particular channel. You can very well go to some other channel. Friends, today we will be discussing about one particular thing, that is personal score calculations. Many of you are having problem regarding the calculation of, you can say, the calculation, especially how to calculate. Especially, say for example, in this particular, you can say, you can see on my right side, the 0.7 subsection 2, you can say. 0.7 subsection 2 is the important thing for us on this particular thing. It is saying that it will be 25%. So how to calculate your marks, personal marks? See, if you have appeared, I have assumed that you have done 80 questions. You have appeared 80 questions in paper 1. Paper 1 you have attended 80 questions. You see 60 questions are correct. If you have made 60 questions correct, then your score will be 120 marks. But there is a twist in this. If 20 questions are wrong, 0.50 marks per question will be deducted from your total marks. You can do it in this way also. You can directly, or in other sense, you can also do it like a number of wrong questions. If 4:1, say for example 20 questions wrong, then automatically you deduct 5 right answers from your number of correct answer, and you can directly multiply it with 2 and you will get your score. You will be getting score like this. By the way, my math is big, do correct me if I am wrong. Calculation, this 0.50 into 20, you will be getting 10 marks. 10 marks will be deducted from your total marks, and that is 110. And another thing, you can see the instruction in the 0.7.2 on my right side. In that it is clearly mentioned, this particular line is there will be negative marking for wrong responses. There is a confusion which is prevailing all across, that is it 0.25 or is it 0.50? See, it is clearly mentioning 25%. Try to understand it is 25% of the total mark allotted. Say for example, one question is having 2 marks. 25% of 2 marks is 0.50. I hope I am right in this. So the 25% means 50 marks, you have 0.50 marks you have to deduct from your that particular question, because you have wrong that particular question. So I hope you are clear with this. There is something called as, you can say, on my right side you can see the cutoff of 2018. On the 2018, you can say some people are saying 0.712. There are kind of a, you can say, the fractions, and some people are spreading that OPSC is not following the exact this particular deduction method. It can be or it cannot be. We cannot particularly say, but we will be going on the instruction mentioned in the question paper itself. The instruction mentioned is this particular line. That is, there will be negative marking for this particular responses, and that will be 25% of the mark allotted. 25% means 25% is 0.50 marks. So we will be strictly following this particular method and calculating our scores. Then focus on the main strategy, time strategy. There are so many people after this particular prelim examination, so many of UPSC aspirants who are having their examination scheduled on 10th of October, they have called me, they have messaged me, sir, how to plan my strategy ahead. So this particular video is not only for them, for all those who are purely OS aspirants too. So I have divided it in three type of people. One is UPSC aspirants and who are appearing OS. Second is purely students who are totally focused on OS mains, and third is working professional or merit person who are also appearing the OS mains. So you supposed to be dividing your entire time period, whatever time period you are devoting for studies, in 4 parts. 4 parts you have to divide. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3 and Part 4. For UPSC aspirants, purely for UPSC aspirant, you supposed to be dividing it in 4 parts. For example, you are devoting 16 hours per day. For UPSC aspirants, it's a absolute must. So 12 hours you have to be devoting for UPSC, and for another 4 hours you have to be devoting for OS mains, especially optional papers. By the time you have to be doing little bit of optional papers. This is the way you supposed to be doing for all UPSC aspirants who are having their exam scheduled on 10th of October. You supposed to be following this particular time strategy. Second one is purely OS main focused students who are not having any kind of a job and they have to focus entirely on mains. 16 hours per day. If you have to devote, you have to divide in this particular way. In this way, OS optional paper, 2 parts have to be devoted, means almost 8 hours. Almost 8 hours you have to be devoting for your optional paper strengthening. Second one is GS. For GS you have to be devoting 4 hours. For GS you have to be devoting 4 hours, remember it. Then for compulsory paper, that is ODI and English. By the way, I am having a wonderful ODI and English playlist. You can go and watch it. It is there in the description. You can search it in the channel also. Playlist is there. Then OS compulsory paper is very important. Then continue optional for 3 days. There is another thing. You supposed to be continuing. Say for example, 8 hours I told you. This particular 8 hours you have to be devoting for continuously for 3 days. It is not like today I took political science and tomorrow I am taking history. Because what happens in that particular strategy, it will break your rhythm. It will break your rhythm of your particular optional. Say for example, you clarified one particular concept and on the next day you took a total different concept. It shouldn't be happening like that. For at least 2 to 3 days you have to continue with one optional. Then second optional you have to plan in the second half of the week. Starting from, if you have started from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, concentrate on optional 1, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday you have to be doing optional 1, then Thursday, Friday and Saturday you have to be concentrating on optional 2, and one day you supposed to be keeping it for revision purpose. That is one day keep it for revision. And not only that, write a essay a week, or preferably should be on Sunday. Try to write with open mind. Whatever you know, I will be doing this particular exercise for my main guidance program, Purchase People. I will be making it sure that not only I will be teaching them one particular essay how to write on Sunday, and I will be giving them tasks to write one particular essay who will be joining our test series program. Then the final one is working professional and merit person. It will be similar to that of purely student, and you can see continue optional for 3 days. Whatever time you are getting, 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, you try to devote it for optional paper. Then write a essay a week. It is compulsory, absolutely must. By the way, my answer writing blueprint almost it is ready, I am telling you. Then 01 day keep it for revision purpose, should be on revision. So I hope I have clarified many of your doubts, and do have this kind of a qualities, good civil services qualities, good human being qualities. Do not be you can say a hatred person. That is the primary requirement. Being a mentor, I can tell you, I can humbly request you, if you are having this kind of a mentality, please leave that aside. If you really want to become a good civil servant, a best civil servant, always have respect for women, always have respect for depressed classes, always have respect for other religion, have tolerance in you. Our own religion is teaching tolerance. Sarva Dharma Samabhav. Sarva Dharma Samabhav. This should be your nature, being a constitutional post holder, very decision making position holder, just like you. Thank you very much. If you found this particular video informative, do share with others. Not only that, if you are new to our channel, do subscribe our channel. This particular channel is purely for OS and OS only. So do subscribe. Thank you very much. Happy learning.